Pakistani terrorist was captured and another killed yesterday evening when the army stopped an infiltration attempt in Jammu and Kashmir's Uri along the line of control. The Pakistani terrorist is captured in one of the biggest counter-insurgency operations launched since the ceasefire with Pakistan. What we do know about him is that he's a 19-year-old and a resident from a village in Pakistani Punjab. In fact, according to security forces, the infiltrators used the same nala that was used in 2016 for the Uri terror strike.
The peace and stability in Kashmir is something that is not to Pakistan's liking, so there is desperation to send in terrorists to create disturbance and some kind of a sensational strike. In last 7 days, 7 terrorists have been neutralized and 1 terrorist has been apprehended, and 5 of these neutralizations have taken place along the. Now, a movement of such large group of people cannot take place without active complicity of the Pakistan army deployed on the other side.
All right, so there you saw the army briefing on the capture of this terrorist, 19-year-old terrorist from Punjab, from a village in Punjab in Pakistan. In fact, what we have learned is that the terrorists that entered used the same nala that was used in 2016 during the Uri terror attack. So the same way was used to enter India. Well, let's go across to Nazir for more. Nazir, bring us more highlights from that press conference. We're also seeing visuals of all the arms and grenades that were taken and captured.
Well, this is part of the recovery which we have seen right now. A few days back, Army has shown the other part of the recovery. And if we see overall the recoveries which have been made over the last 9 days of operation is 7 AK rifles, 80 grenades, several pistols and lot of arms and ammunition. But what is important in this operation, whole operation after 9 days, is capture of a Pakistani militant in a live counter-infiltration operation. What Army is saying that on 18th and 19th, this intervening night, there was a major infiltration attempt. At least 6 to 7 militants tried to sneak it. They are saying 2 were here in the Salamabad Nala. 1 was killed yesterday, but another pleaded for mercy. He wanted to surrender. Army said they accepted his surrender. He was identified as Ali Babar Patra from Pakistani Punjab, in a village in Pakistani state of Punjab. And he has given all the details when he was trained. He was trained in 2019, according to Army, what he has told the Army. He was given 3 weeks long training. Then, few weeks back, he was called, said, you have to go for a mission in Kashmir. So, according to Army, what he told them during the questions, he has to drop some arms supply in Patan, which is in Baramulla district, in area called Patan in Baramulla district. But Army say they are not believing in that theory because it looks like the kind of arms and ammunition and other things they have got looks like they were coming for some sensational attack. Why it is important on the 18th of September? It coincides with the 5th anniversary of Uri suicide attack, when 19 army soldiers were killed. In this place, in this garrison area, army barracks were targeted, 2 barracks were completely destroyed, and there was a suicide attack by 2 Lashkar, accordingly Lashkar militants, and then there was a huge attack that was followed by surgical strike by the Indian Army. So now, after 8 days, what Army is saying, they have killed 5 militants along the line of control, made massive recoveries. It also indicates there is another design from the Pakistani side to push more and more militants. And why it is also important to note this, there are the 3 infiltration attempts within 1 week. When we see there was only 1 attempt in last 8 or 9 months after the ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan in February this year. So clearly, things along the line of control are not good, but Army is saying they are very prepared to deal with the situation. Not only here in Uri, there have been this for last for a week, there have been 3 infiltration attempts. There were several such attempts on the south of the Pir Panjal mountains in the Poonch sector as well, and there have been several encounters in last 1 month. Is it because of that there has been, after the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan, is some coincidence that it's for anybody to guess, but on the ground, there are change. When we see there are almost silence on the line of control, either no infiltration or very little infiltration. Now we see within 1 week, 3 major attempts, and it was one of the major counter-infiltration operation which was launched by the army on 18th of this month, and after 9 or 10 days, the operation has been concluded, is over with the capture of a Pakistani militant, which army says is an indication what are designs across what he has made so many revelations during his interrogation, and including giving the mobile number of his mother, his address, and all the things who were his handlers, how he was trained, and what was the motive. But army is saying that not only just causing disturbances in the valley, these attempts are made to make a sensational attack in Kashmir.